Imagine standing at the edge of a shadowy abyss, face to face with the embodiment of darkness itself, the devil, surrounded by a legion of sinister demons. What stance would you take? Would you summon the courage to confront them with the strength drawn from your very soul, or would the sight stir a tempest of fear within you? If the path forward is shrouded in uncertainty, let me be your guide through the mists of spiritual warfare. In today's episode, we'll embark on a journey armed with sacred scriptures. Verses so potent that the mere utterance sends shivers down the spine of the underworld. These words are shields and swords, casting light in the deepest shadows. Words the demonic realm praise remain unspoken. As we voice these scriptures together, no demon dare stand in our defiance. Join me until the end of this visual voyage to uncover the essence of these powerful verses. Before we venture forth, I invite you to join our growing community. Subscribe to our channel, activate the notification bell, and in doing so, you'll spread our beacon of hope to souls far and wide, bolstering our mission to illuminate the darkness. Embark on a critical mission by sharing this video, for it carries a beacon of hope that could safeguard lives. Within its message lies the power to extend a lifeline to countless souls in search of a guiding light. And through your act of sharing, you become an instrument of divine intervention in their journey. Now venture into the heart of the matter, into the core of our spiritual journey. In the realm of Christian dialogue, discussions about our arch-nemesis, the devil, often remain in hushed tones, barely breaking the surface of our collective consciousness. The topic of how to counteract his schemes, aimed at disassembling the very fabric of our existence, is not frequently trodden, enveloped in a mantle of reticence. This silence is rooted in apprehension, an unease that stifles open discourse about facing such malevolence head-on. It raises a critical question, one that challenges the very essence of our spiritual fortitude. How would we stand firm and unyielding if we found ourselves under the direct scrutiny of Satan? This question does not merely seek to provoke a theoretical response, but calls for a profound introspection into our preparedness to confront the forces of darkness. It's an invitation to examine the depth of our faith and the strength of our spirit. Would we cower in fear, or would we muster the courage to face this ultimate adversary? The reality of spiritual warfare demands more than passive acknowledgement. It requires active engagement and a readiness to employ divine wisdom as our shield and sword. In addressing this daunting challenge, we venture into an area often neglected, perhaps because of its inherent discomfort. Yet, it is in acknowledging and confronting our fears that we find our true strength. The spiritual battle is not won by sheer force of will, but through the power of the word, a truth that can illuminate the darkest corners and sever the chains of despair. Thus, as we ponder the gravity of facing Satan, let us also embrace the opportunity to fortify our faith. Let's delve into the scriptures, those divine verses that hold the power to make demons flee in terror. It is in this sacred knowledge that we find our refuge, our strategy, and our victory. This journey is not for the faint-hearted, but for those who dare to stand in the light, armed with conviction and the unwavering promise of divine protection. The quest for wisdom begins with acknowledging our nemesis. No warrior strides into battle unarmed or blind to the nature of the foe that lies in wait. Similarly, in the spiritual battlefield, understanding the essence of our adversary equips us with the clarity to counteract with precision and strength. Despite the fearsome reputation that demons may hold, they are not invincible. The scripture from 1 John 4:4 serves as a testament to their limitations, offering a perspective of empowerment. You, dear children, are from God and have overcome them, because the one who is in you is greater than the one who is in the world. This passage not only illuminates the fallacy of the demon's might, but also reassures us of the immense power that dwells within. A power that transcends the darkness, a force far superior to any entity that dares to challenge us from the shadows. Let us carry this truth in our hearts as we navigate the spiritual realm, fortified by the knowledge that we are under the watchful eye of a mightier presence. Dive deeply into the profound wisdom encapsulated within James 4, where each word pulses with an urgency that cannot be ignored. This scripture opens the door to a powerful strategy designed to confront the lurking shadows, the unseen adversaries that prowl the perimeters of our existence. It extends an invitation to rise up in defiance against the devil, to wrap ourselves in the divine embrace of God with all our hearts and souls. This act of surrender, both simple in its essence and profound in its impact, heralds the retreat of our adversary, transforming the encroaching darkness into a spectacle where the night itself flees at the approach of dawn's light. This scripture transcends mere verbiage. It stands as a beacon of hope, a profound declaration of the immense power we hold within when our actions and intentions are perfectly aligned with the divine will. Surrendering to God unveils not a pathway to weakness, but unveils the cornerstone of our defense against the devil's snares. It calls upon us to elevate the Almighty's will above our own desires and inclinations, marking a critical juncture in our spiritual journey. This is not merely a defensive maneuver, but a proactive stride towards living in truth and light, a shield that guards our souls against the deceptions that meander through the shadows, seeking to ensnare us. James 4 thus invites us into a contemplation of power, courage, and the essence of faith. It redefines surrender as an act of immense bravery and unwavering trust, affirming that we do not face our battles alone, but are under the vigilant care of the divine. In placing our trials and tribulations into God's capable hands, we engage in a sacred pact. Our vulnerabilities for His unassailable strength, our struggles for His omnipotent protection. This scripture, therefore, emerges not just as a call to arms against the darkness, but as a solemn vow of divine sanctuary, compelling us to stand unwavering in the face of adversity, with the unwavering light of faith as our eternal guide. The narrative of Paul in Ephesus, as documented in the book of Acts, unveils a period where extraordinary miracles were manifested through him by God, especially notable in the casting out of demons, a testament to the divine authority bestowed upon him, Acts 19:11-12. This authority, originally granted by Jesus to his apostles over demonic forces, Mark 3:15, was evidently inherited by Paul, validating his apostleship and the divine truth he proclaimed, 2 Corinthians 12:12. This backdrop sets the stage for the instructive episode involving the sons of Sceva, illustrating the grave dangers of engaging in spiritual warfare without proper preparation or divine endorsement. Their defeat not only highlights the critical importance of aligning oneself with God's will, but also serves as a powerful testament to the authority and protection granted to those who live in sincere communion with the divine. Thus, the story of Paul, juxtaposed with the cautionary tale of the sons of Sceva, emerges as a vivid exhortation to recognize and rely upon the spiritual authority and power that flows from a life deeply rooted in faith and obedience to God. In closing, let us hold close the words of Psalm 3, a prayer of protection and faith in the face of adversity. O Lord, you are a shield around me. You protect me, you hem me in. You are my glory, dear Lord, the one who lifts up my head from shame. It reminds us of God's unwavering support, His role as our shield and the lifter of our heads. In times of fear or spiritual assault, let this psalm be your stronghold, your affirmation of God's presence and deliverance. Embrace this journey towards the Lord's presence, for it is here that we find our strength, our peace, and our ultimate victory over the enemy.